children. Today we are going to learn Bible Lesson 1. Children are special. I will explain this in Mizo. When Jesus was here on this earth, people liked to be near him. They knew he loved them. His smiling face made them feel good. They wanted to hear every word he said. They could not believe the good news he was telling them. God, his Father in heaven, loved them and was happy, yes, happy to forgive their sins. He wanted them to be his children. Isua ka he khovela omlai khanin mi ti chuan kyang omnuwa man ti em meya ahmangai ani ti an hriat pangani anui hmel ti chuan an mani chu ati hlima nuwa ma ti tira athu soya piang ti chu ngai thla kan chaka athu tharon ken ti chuan oi theilo hialani athu soi ti chu pathianin an ni chu ahmangai ema an sual ti chu angai dam duwa afate ni turin adu ani ti te chu ania. This was so different from what the teachers and priests were saying. The teachers made them afraid of God. They said God would punish them for any little mistake they made. It wasn't easy to love a God like that. Hey hi pui thiam te le zirtir tu te na an zirtir na nen chuan a in person meya zirtir tu te ho chuanin pathian kha an hlau tir ni pathian chuanin thil sual te takte po an ti ni chuan angai dam don lowa a hrem zel don ani ti kha nia. It wasn't easy to love a God like that. Ti chu khateng anga pathian mi lo umlut tuk kha chu an tan khanin va hmangai kha harsa ni. One day some mothers were talking about how kind Jesus was. Let's take our children to him, they said. Oh yes, said one mother. He will put his hands on them and pray for them. He will bless our children. Ni khachu nu ho te chuanin I suangil nei zia te kha an soi hawa kan fa te hi akyanga shwaila ati antiani chuan chung zinga chuan nu pakhat chuan ni alo ti vara akut te chu an lu chunga a ngatanga atong trai sakanga malte som don lom lo te ani. The next day the group of mothers and their children found Jesus. Many grown-ups were crowding around him as he talked to the teachers and priests. His disciples were near him. Atu ka chuan nu le an fa then an fa te chuan nu ho le an fa te khan iswa chuan vazong muta a puiting tam takhan iswa chun lo din hwal to mai ni zirtir tu ho te pui thiam ho te nen chuan lo ti tia a zirtir ama zui tu mo a hnung zui tu te po khan so an abula chuan an lo ombok ani. The children could hear Jesus, but they could not see him. Jesus knew the children were there. He wanted to say to the people, please step aside and let the children and their mothers come close to me. But Jesus didn't say that. He knew his disciples and all the other people need to learn how very important children and mothers are to him. So Jesus went right on talking to the grown-ups, waiting to see what his disciples would do. No pangte chuan iswa thu soi chuan hre theya ma se ama chu an va mu thei si lowa iswa chuan no pangte chuan omani ti a hrerenga mi puiten hena chuanin lo om kyang ro heng lo pangtele an nu te hi ka kyanga rong kal nai ti ro ti kha duwa ma se iswa chuan chu ti chuan a soi lova asir tir tele midang te chuanin heng no pangtele an nu te hi atan an poimo zia an hriat nan an zir thei nan a ngak ri ani iswa chuanin puitling te chu a be chhun zom zela azir tir te chuanin tin nge khang nu le no pangte kha an lo chhon ang ti kha nga kani. Finally the mothers with their children began to push through the crowd. The boys and girls made their way between the people until they could see Jesus. The disciples looked angry. What do you women want? They asked. Oh please, we want Jesus to touch our children and bless them. Atopa chuanin nu ho te le an fa te chu mi pui kara chuanin an ron kal tlang ta shama mi pano pangte te le me chano pangte te chuan mi pui kara chuanin isua an hmu thei ma lo chuanin an ron kal ve zel an ron nek phoi tal mai ni zirtir te chuan chung no pangte le nu ten lo hmu chuan an thina ru em meya nang ni nu ho hian nge indu tin an lo zo ta ni kan o khongai takin isua hi kan no pangte hi an luwa te kutmin nga saka minmal som sak turin kan du ani tin an han nge na. Can't you see he is busy talking to these important people? The disciples called it. Zirtir te ro chuan heti hian an lo hawa heng mi pui mo tak tak te bia hian a buai ani ti in hmulavem ni an lo te ani. He doesn't have time to talk to your children. Don't bother him. In fa te biak nan huna nei lo ti buai su an lo ti hlar maya. But Jesus said, let the little children come to me. Don't stop them, for God loves children as much as grown-ups. Heng no pang te hi ka kya nga rong kal ti rula lo nar su pathian chuanin no pang te po puitling te hmangai ang thawin hmangai ani. Then the disciples helped to make room for the children. Jesus smiled as he held out his arms. Chuta chuanin zirtir te chuanin no pang te tan chuan an om na tur hmun chu an lo ti an lo siam saka Isua chuan nui chungin aban chu phar chuaka. The children ran to him. He lifted a little girl to his knee. Small children came close to him, and he put his arms around them. They laughed happily as they talked and looked into Jesus' face. Maybe he told them about heaven. No pang te chu akya nga chuan an lo kala alam panin an ron tlana. Me chu no pang te amal chunga chuan a chawi ka nga an thut tira akwa bokani a then te chu an hlim em a an biak pa chuanin a hmel a iswa hmel te chu an ena an nuya an hlim em mai ni van ram chung chang a hril pawh ni mai the ni. At last it was time to start for home. No one wanted to go. A tawpa chuanin in lampang an pan a lo hun le ta hawn a lo hun ta atu man in lam haw chuan chak lova. As the children walked away, they turned and waved as long as they could see Jesus. No pang te chuanin an kalbo pa chuanin an han hoi kira iswa hmel chun ena an va bai mo kuten va vai le thina an kal le thina an hoi ki le atikhan an tireng mai ni iswa an hu thei chung zong kha chu. It was a day they would always remember. Chu ni chu an dam chung zong an hria reng tur ani to anga. Jesus loves all the children. Iswa ya no pang zong te hmangaya. He loves you too. Nang ma po hmangai che ani.